our lot sorted out by kicking the elderly out of the rooms, do you?
Do ya?
The captain said.
No, the
We have to move
captain.
anybody vulnerable inside the inner perimeter.
Am I able to talk
Vulnerable?
to you
The
guys?
bloody cheek of you! Ah, at least the outlaws have the common decency to rob us blind and not tell us it
Keep
for
your
our
nose
own
clean.
bloody good.
Right, listen to me, you old knout. Orders is orders. You obey orders, or it's the jug for you.
You'd never took us in the prison. I'd die there. You'd never.
Watch me. You should be thanking us for protecting you. You know that?
I suppose so.
You suppose so? Let me hear you say it.
Thank you. Thank you for protecting us.
That's better. Now gather your pack and get up.
Give me that goo. What is over here? Oh. Okay. Let's go talk to the old girl. I know she didn't seem too happy. Where'd she go?
Hands away from any weapons, you.
What are you talking about? I don't have any weapons. So, noted, don't pull out any weapons.
Not sure I like the look of you.
I don't like the look of you. You don't see me bitching about it. Ooh, what do we got here? A rifle ammo and glue. What's over here? Oh, this circles around. Can we search this? Unfortunate. Poor, unfortunate souls.
You are reminded that any building marked as sterilized is off limits prior to demolition.
Let's not have any
Trespass
trouble.
is a serious offense.
Oh shit, there were robots walking around. Shoot the glass heads, remember.
You have met Miss Tanner.
No. I haven't met her. How did it wait? Who's Miss Tanner? You're a random ass voice that I just ran into. Who's Miss Tanner though? Is that the lady that was just getting yelled at? Because I didn't get to talk to her. Grave Robin. Don't mind me. Hopefully I don't lose that. I haven't met a Miss Tanner. Oh yeah, we did. Joyce Tanner. I didn't know that's who he was talking about. I didn't mean to say I don't like her. I should have said I don't trust her. Without forgetting people's names and who I've encountered. That doesn't seem natural at all, if I'm being honest. I forgot where I was supposed to go. Windham. There was one dealing with. Look for the little tea room. The village. So I'm wondering if this is the village she was talking about. Remember Dr. Garrow? Under the church. Is that their church? I wonder if that's the church. Under the church. Under the church.
Keep the peace, Civvy.
I said to him, where's my pal Johnny? What you done with him? That bloody peacock says, oh, Mr. Wilmot is currently detained.
He never. They put poor Mr. Wilmore in that prison of theirs. What for?
Wouldn't say, would he? Eh? All full of martial law this and special powers that.
Ugh, bunch
Special
of
powers.
little Hitlers.
Aye. Our Davy never came back.
Oh, you
from
can't say that
France
now.
last one.
You're not allowed to say that
Oh,
nowadays.
I
You
know.
can't call people Hitler
He was
anymore.
still here
No,
with
people
us.
get all upset
Yes.
about it because
That's in the eye, that
of the
blood
reality.
vessel. The words fail me.
I know. But just keep mum about how cross you are, though. If they'll lock up Mr. Wilmore, they'll lock up anybody.
Who's Mr. Wilmore?
Why here of all places? If they'd resolved to do something so awful, why in the...
Oh, I'm sorry, we're closed today. Please leave. Please, I beg of you. Just forget you saw anything here and go. Please. So it seems. To visit this sort of thing upon the church is pure wickedness. Please, tell no one. I know how it seems, but I would not ask such a thing if it weren't for the good of the village. It's vital the military don't learn of this. We'll tidy up, but if the captain and his toy soldiers find out, things will become so much worse here. How did you... You're very well informed, I must say. Very well. This key will open a box upstairs. You'll find your payment in there.
Don't get any of your crazy ideas.
Because if anyone so much as puts a foot out of line here, that captain claps someone in chains. So if he caught wind of a thing like this...
Well, I mean, they kind of need to be in
I
chains.
fear for myself, and from a congregation. Besides, this is a village matter. We shall attend to it. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some things to work out.
What do you want?
I want to know
I
why
had
there's a
naught to
murder.
do with Maisie's death, I
Is that
swear.
so?
In God's name.
Huh.
And neither did the vicar. He's a good man. If this gets back to the soldiers, they'll cart him and me both off to jail. I don't know who. Not us. She probably got on the wrong side of someone on account of her. But you should leave. This is village business, and none of yours.
I think you did it. You must confess. Isn't that what the vicar will want? If you don't help me, maybe I should report it to the soldiers instead. Ooh. I could threaten.
Confess? All right. Look. She were good at following people, was our Maisie. Nosing around in their business. I don't know, mayhap she found something and got silenced for it. I saw her the other night, skulking around near an old cellar not far from here. I can mark it for you, but I know naught else. And I don't want to talk about this no longer.
Well. Let's go get that battery, though. Said upstairs. What else is popping up? Equip. Are you telling me I could equip the sickle right now? Out of her. Okay. I'm not touching it, though. Last thing I need is you guys
you will do what is right.
Last thing I need is y'all trying to plant that on me. You did it. It's the new combo. We didn't have you. Oh, fuck. I didn't think
You'll
about that.
do the right thing, I'm sure. God go with you.
I will. How do I get upstairs? Like you said?
What in heaven's name shall we do with you, Maisie?
Where are the stairs at to get up there? To get that battery? Because if I don't get oh, there we go. I said, if I don't get this battery, I'm telling. Is it up here that he said? No way. Hell yeah. What's gonna get rid of though? It's a shame I have to keep this magnificent thing locked away, but I don't expect the soldiers would be happy that I had it. Atoms, the very stuff of God, stored in their purest and most terrible form, a marvel. It was fruitful trade, and worth the trip out to Molly and the Dale. If I can scrounge enough, perhaps I can purchase her second. Huh. Gimme that. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Let's figure this murder out. I bet he got mad that she didn't give him a kiss. Or they got mad, whoever did it. Ooh. Wait, I can enter the village like that? We're gonna go downstairs. Doctor, where art thou? I have something I need to talk to you about. Doc? Oh, Doc. Kepler star. Kepler star is the common name for Kepler supernova, the last supernova visible by the naked eye to date. It occurred in 1604 in the constellation of Ophiuchus. Ophiuchus? Is that how you say that? And was visible even by day for over 3 weeks. Oh, that'd be wild. That's real. I wish I would have been able to see that. While it's difficult to estimate its range, it cannot have occurred more than 20,000 light years from Earth. It was observed and recorded by disparate civilizations across civilizations across the northern hemisphere. And it was documented, eh? That's what you're saying. What do we got down here? It's true. Gimme, game. This is a big ass fucking basement. Oh, there's coffins down here. Oh, there's coffins down here. Let's find this guy's office. Oh, he was captured? Friends, heard a report that the science girls were captured and carted off to the protocol camp and together more. Seems like the location of the prison they keep threatening us with. Tread carefully. They've been on high alert ever since she showed up in town. Might be the best to lay low until things calm down. Hey, who's she? Who is she?
Mayday, Mayday, Mayday. This is Dr. Garrow.
Oh, Garrow's a woman.
My helicopter has come down in Casterfell Woods. Damned interference field fried the electronics. There are no survivors. Myself excluded, obviously. Lord, is anyone receiving this? Anyone in the interchange? But of course not.
What if the woman that we encountered
You're dead in there, aren't you?
is actually Garrow?
I'm heading
She
to the
lied to
village.
us.
See if I can't find anyone still alive in this place.
What is she messing with? Alright, sorry, my cat was getting into things. Oh, wait. Okay. That is a nice feature, being able to use it off the ground instead of having to pick it up and use it. I like that feature. I like it a lot. Let's see how dark it is on. She got shit going on down here.
Slowly now. Come into the light where I can see you. Wait. You're not one of the scientific staff.
No. No, I'm not. Your eyes are glowing.
Who the blazes are you? I know every face on the project, and you're not one of them. How did you know I was down here?
I didn't know you were down here. I was looking for somebody else.
You found it in You mean to say you were inside the interchange?
Yes.
Just how did you get in there? They sealed the place tight.
I have magical powers. I am the best.
You found one. Just found a key card. I believe you. It's so ludicrous that I searched to no avail. Will you just find one? Too ludicrous to be untrue.
In air quotes, found one.
The interchange. Open again after all this time. Astonishing. I thought it was sealed for good, and its contents forever out of reach. But look.
Your eyes.
Do you realize what this means?
Your eyes
if
are crazy.
You have access to the interchange, then we might be able to stop this nightmare before it spreads beyond the wall.
He said steady on. I've just walked in here. Hold on, I just walked in.
5 years. And now so little time left. I'm sorry. You're perfectly right, of course. You have not a reason in the world to trust me at such short acquaintance. Yet the fact remains. You must. So much depends upon it. We first discovered the growth at the Oberon site. I was one of the team assigned to study it. You know, first we thought it was benign. Beneficial even, according to the early results. To our eternal shame, we did. In hindsight, it was too soon. But science moves quickly here. In our experiments, small doses of the growth in a purified form showed the most astonishing effect on cognitive capability.
Okay.
But it was not purified nearly enough as it transpired.
Okay.
Its active agent was much more active than we realized.
Okay.
What it was doing to both their bodies and their minds all the while, it beggars imagination. We thought we held the future in a test tube. But all we had isolated was evil in its purest form.
I haven't been using any learning stimulant. Oh, wait, I have.
You can see why I must keep myself hidden away down here. Yes, it's under control, but I'll never be entirely free of it. Thanks to this apparatus, I found a way to inoculate myself, halting the infection before it could fully establish itself. If my colleagues had shown more faith in my line of experimentations, well, we wouldn't be where and what we are now. But look, we have so little time. I desperately need your help. I need you to go back to the medical facility, and this time go deeper. All the way down to the quarantine level. Somewhere in there is a sealed cylinder. It's labeled Sample 1. Find it and bring it here to me. Do that, and I can promise answers. Answers and a way out of here. Here's my keycard. It will get you deeper into the medical section. It was the first sample of the growth that was extracted. We took it to the lab to test it. That was a few months before the disaster. It's a pure sample, and that's what makes it so important. Before you go, you should help yourself to a dose of my inoculant. There's one lying around here somewhere. If you ever encounter a thick area of growth, or are suffering from a potent strain of the infection, that stuff will ease the burden.
Oh,
it should give you a better chance of surviving infested areas. And with any luck, it will silence the voices in your head. Best of luck.
I met a surviving scientist, Dr. Holder, in his hideout under the church. He had been affected by a strange growth around the plant, but developed an experimental inoculation to keep the infection at bay. I injected myself with a dose of the inoculation. It should give me some protection against spore clouds. Nice. Provides resistance to all sources of radiation. Oh, hell yeah. Hey, we don't do that. We don't do that. We don't do that, Missy. I know what you're doing. You stop. You stop. You hear me? Yeah. You hear me? I didn't get to read all that. Because, Indigo, will you just... I met Dr. Alert, Mama Scientist. That's not what it is. Wait, there it is. That's what I should have read. Because...
Fisher's log, 28th of September, 57.
Hey. Will you stop?
I knew Dr. Holder was up to something. It's no secret he's been frustrated with the direction of our research, but this takes the biscuit. Last night, Edward let slip about a secret lab Holder has set up in Wyndham Village, under the church, apparently. Of all places. For a month, he's been stealing samples, smuggling out lab equipment, and all with God as his witness. Worst of all, Edward knew because he was planning to join him. Holder's got himself a little rogue scientist brigade. I managed to convince Edward to give me a key to the place. Once this fever is down, I'll march over and confront Holder myself.
I forgot to say that. Indigo, will you just stop? My legs and my arms are tore up from you doing that. Please. Alright, now back to trying to find this fucking piece of paper that I read. I didn't get to read it all. There. I guess, yeah, that's all. Alright, fine. Whatever. Let's go.
Time is of the essence. With any luck, sample 1 will still be hidden away in the medical facility. Time is of the essence.
That's all you gotta say. Dr. Hanway, it's an interesting conjecture. Unhappily, the only way we can discover the growth will form specific and specialized organs. Can discover if the growth will form specific and specialized organs. If it were to grow large enough, is to allow it free reign. And I would hope the arguments against that are self-evident. Even at this generalized level, the organic material is very interesting, showing chemical characteristics not dissimilar to those found in the human brain and nerve tissue holder. Extract from memo for medical staff. The transportation of the Corps' ample to the special facility on lower floor has been successfully completed. It was not, however, completed satisfactorily, in my opinion. I laid down a list of safety measures that were all to be observed, not treated like some manner of a la carte menu. Safety margins were inexcusably shaved. I would remind you that on matters of institutional safety, that I am the final arbiter, and not Dr. Garrow, Dr. A. Holder. What is this? High damage. There has got to be something that I can... I guess I could get rid of... Because I want to... I've already learned this, though. Yeah. We can sell it. I want to know how they don't know that you're down here. I just feel like if you would hear all this going off down here. Yeah, a lot of training simulators down here. Yeah, we're gonna increase our health. For sure. Something tells me he might have killed that lady. Or got the doctor captured.
Citizens of Wyndham, volunteers are required for work details on Scaffold.
North of the church, still are north of the church.
Citizens of Wyndham.
She said a cellar, right?
It's not right. The village should be allowed to govern itself.
Get a move on, you lot. You're never gonna make your salvage quota arsing around like this.
What do you need all this sodding metal for anyway?
The artificer needs it for armor. It can't be used to keep you lot safe. So stop your playing and moaning and get on with it.
I'm not seeing any cellars.
Look at this lot. You expecting Genghis bloody Khan?
Not sure I like the look of you.
I don't like the look of you.
We're just guinea pigs. Why can't anyone else see that?
Hands away from any weapons, you.
North of the church. I'm not seeing any cellars.
Watch yourself, Civvy.
I'm sorry, but that's... Okay, whatever. Whatever. North of the church, huh? North of the church. Interesting how I was going north, now I'm going west. It said, yeah, into a cellar north of the church. North of the church is that way. The way I was just at. This is almost southwest of the church. Really now. Really now. Where y'all coming from? What is going on? Bruh, what? I'm tired of it. Oh, fuck no. I know how to take care of you. What you got back here? Morris Wick, we share in your concern. It's a vicar's spy, the one you call Maisie, has discovered your purpose, then you must deal with her. The captain means only to bring pain to the soil and its children. You must stay hidden until the day comes when we all may sing with the same voice. Morris Wick. I'm gonna start being able to upgrade stuff. It's one thing to have made Molotov cocktails, but we have no idea if they work on the robots. The Ruskies would chuck them into the engine vents on the Jerry Panzers, but there's not like that on a robot. I think we need something more. Once we do it, there'll be a proper Barney if the proddy bastards don't find out. So try and find a machine that's on its own. Be ready to run if it don't work though. Huh. Sisters and brothers are making headway to Wandham. The protocol imposes harsher restrictions by the day, and it wears the villagers down. But the worse they get, the more they're willing to listen. I tell them of the purpose. I tell them of the purpose of the voice in the soil. Some are wary, seeing how the captain brands us as corrupt and pagan, but others are receptive. When I can, I'll bring them to the woods to meet you. I hold the purpose safe and secret. The heathen that is their captain doesn't suspect a thing to him. I'm just a humble shoekeeper. Thank you, our shopkeeper. Thank you for your guidance. I look forward to the day I can join you and hear the voice for myself, Morris.
The citizens of Wyndham. You are reminded that any building marked as sterilized is off limits prior to demolition. Trespass is a serious offense.
That kept him means only to bring pain.
Of Dr. Holder's plan is uncertain. Poison is not a reliable weapon. You should do as you are told. The contamination must be burned. The wound must be cauterized.
It's a wonder we haven't all gone mad living like this.
Alright. Wonder if I can...
Keep the peace, Civvy.
Do I need to go back into the church? Where is Morris Wick? Let's go ask if they know who Morris Wick is. Body's gone.
Ah, it's you. The shopkeeper. Good heavens above. I knew something was off about him, but nothing as foul as that. Then I must ask something of you. You're embroiled in this now.
Oh, am I?
As much as we are.
No.
To find absolution, well, you must find some way to deal with Morris. An ally to those heathens in the woods is a danger to the village. Not that I'm suggesting you. Well, I'll leave it to your judgment.
Yeah.
I'm asking you to, well, to deal with him. He can't be allowed to walk freely here when he has succumbed to such corruption. You could get the captain involved, though I am loath to suggest it. Whatever course of action you take, I'm sure you will do what is best. Now that Maisie is dead, there is no one else I could trust to be able to carry out such a task. And in the spirit of reciprocation, if you are in need of my help, you need only ask.
You need only ask. You need only ask.
I am here if you wish to talk, to unburden your soul.
That's all that you
And
are.
if you'll forgive me for saying so, you seem troubled.
No.
Might I ask why? I don't suppose, well, have you perhaps been hearing voices?
No.
It is a sign of vile corruption. It cannot be tolerated. It must be confronted. I saw it in the baker's husband.
Oh,
the
did
baker,
you?
Iris, told me he was hearing voices and had fallen terribly ill. I haven't seen her husband for a number of weeks now. So I trust she came to her senses and took the necessary action. But it pains me to imagine what evil is creeping inside our little village. None of us, not even the protocol officers, know the truth of that. Only that it started with that wretched science city they built across the mere. They did something. Heaven knows what. And now it is laced with evil. You can smell it in the air.
Can you now?
I do what I can. What I must. The people here need a guiding hand, not an oppressive one. The military presence, this protocol nonsense of theirs, has done that to us, and with no sign of respite. Pressure like that breeds corruption. I must obey the Lord's will and fight against such things. You, on the other hand, seem of a curious nature. I can offer you something, but you must be cautious about prying too deeply. Well, I was on cordial terms with one or two of the scientists stationed up here. The important ones lodged at a manor house out in Casterfell Woods. I doubt any are still alive. But they may have left notes or papers that could prove useful to you. But you didn't hear that from me. All right. Farewell, and God bless you.
I want to ask him, but I also don't want to fuck that up and get and him be like, no, I don't know, and then that guy's gone.
Citizens of Wyndham.
One more civvy gives me cheek and I toss the bastard. Orders be blown.
The woods for foraging. Request an escort at the village hall.
Buried treasure awaits. Find a metal detector and dig up the cache located below to claim your reward. Alright, well, let's go get some pre-order stuff.
Citizens of Wyndham, remember that your village is one of the few remaining bastions of normality within the zone. Keep it that way. Be normal.
Where is it located? Rendell's Head. This place?
I miss seeing John Mills.
The citizens of Wyndham.
Is right.
You are reminded that any building marked as sterilized is off limits prior to demolition.
I'm sorry, I keep forgetting the name that I'm looking for. Grindle's Head. The Aleph in the Grindle's Head. Hold on.
Don't be causing
Grindle's
trouble,
Head.
alright?
Grindle's Head. Where's the Grindle's Head? Ow!
Addressing civilian.
Leave tomorrow if we could.
Citizens of Wyndham, remember, strangers may be dangers. If you encounter anyone who is unfamiliar to you, report their presence as soon as possible to the controlling authority. Your vigilance can save lives.
Nice. Am I not able to open it? That's what I got. Alright, we'll come back for you.
A bit of democracy wouldn't go amiss. Thought that was what we fought the war for.
Citizens of Wyndham, there has been an increase in outlaw activity on Slattern Dale. Avoid Slattern Dale until the area is once again...
A new customer. How'd you do?
How do you do?
Welcome to Wyndham Village. Pardon my curiosity, but how is it the soldiers let you in?
I'm
Did you
special.
bribe them?
No,
And if you did, what with? Aye, well, I can hazard a guess. Our little Napoleon, the captain that is, he keeps an eye out for folk like you. A stranger might be important. And if you're important, then that's another stepping stone out of the zone, isn't it? Anyway, where are me manners, eh? I'm Morris Wick, owner of this establishment. Take a look at what I have to offer, if you fancy. Oh, you'd have to ask him that yourself. I'll leave that pleasure to you. Me, I'm happy here in the shop, where I never have to look at the man.
Let's trade real quick. That's right, I can't.
How did... Well, been poking around in what's not your concern, eh? I don't have to explain myself to you. It's none of your bloody business.
Is that so?
Beliefs? They're the truth. Can't you see what's going on here? The protocol soldiers, the church, all carrying on like they know all the answers, when the truth is they know nought. Everyone says the folk in the woods are cracked, but they look like the only sane ones around here to me. They're trying to make peace with the world, not ruin it. Them scientists, the disaster, that weren't natural, they knows. Upset the balance of things. Nature's proper furious with us. We should make amends, shouldn't we? It's only right. But them soldiers would have me locked up for thinking that. Dangerous pagan sentiments, that arse of a captain calls it. If you've seen them out in Casterfell Woods, I know they might come across as proper nasty.
Well, they did try to kill me multiple times.
They say the earth speaks to them, and they listen. Now, folk have been saying there's a voice in the earth around here since the year dot. These druids, or whatever you want to call them, they say that's true. So, mayhap we should be listening to it too, eh? I want what's best for the village. We should be looking back to what's always been here. The army here tried to stamp it out, but their captain's a bloody southerner. What does he know about the north? Well, but maybe you're a tattletale for the vicar too, eh? Prying for secrets so he can hold 'em over me. Well, I won't stand for people who stick their beaks in where they're not wanted.
Is that the reason you killed Maisie? This has nothing to do with Vicar. The Vicar was spying on you. Maybe I should just go and tell the captain.
So you say? I hope that's true. We give our donations to the church, and in return he keeps the protocol sweet. Or so he says. Truth is, he worms his way into people's lives, finds out about matters that won't sit well with soldiers, and holds them over us. Blackmail it is. Pure and simple. Look, whoever you are, wherever you hail from, don't snitch on us about that letter, eh? The village needs the shop. It needs me. What I think should be me own business, shouldn't it? I'm not harming no one.
But you
Let's
did.
just get back to trading,
right?
Eh?
Didn't you?
big explosion, that's what. I remember it woke the whole village. We were out in the streets, wondering what were what. I mean, with all them atoms and such like they have over there. The soldiers rolled in and told us we were fine, that there weren't no radioactivity to be frit of. But then, in the next breath, they said we couldn't leave. Temporary quarantine protocol, they called it. Temporary, my hat. Look at them walls. Nowt temporary about them, is there? We had no choice but to take it on the chin. So we did. Well, most of us did, anyhow. In the months after the disaster, some people started to turn a bit odd. Nothing bad, just different, you know. Kept going on about the soil calling to them. People you'd known your whole life, proper sober folk, suddenly talking about a new purpose. Then one night, they all upped and marched off into woods. Soldiers have been properly down about any talk, since that might sound a bit, you know, pagan. I shouldn't be talking about it neither. Shh! Shut your bloody trap before you bring every nosy bastard in here. All right, look. Just hear me out, eh? See, we're a rotten one, that un. Tattling folk out to the vicar so he can load it over us. She never had out on me. Not till last night when she found that letter. Then she carried on like I'd thrown in me lot were old Hitler or summat. Called me a traitor. Like I ever had any loyalty to the protocol lot. I'm no killer. Not born to it, but she were poison, that un. And so is Vicar. Summat had to be done.
Protocol would have you kill if they learned of your beliefs. You can't justify murder. Perhaps you're right about the vicar being a real menace here.
Oh, aye. Or chuck you in that jail of theirs, which is just as much a death sentence, except slower. All I'm saying is that we messed up, with factories and machines and that. We should have stayed close to the soil. Simple as that. How is that treason? I'm not wicked, you know. I just have a purpose in life, that's all. Something better. But that Maisie, she were going to shout it from rooftops if I didn't pay to keep her and that vicar quiet. She had to go. And I had to do it somewhere Vicar couldn't just sweep it under the rug. He can't go running off to the captain when it looks like he might have blood on his hands. Please, I know what I'm asking, but let it go, will you? Give us that letter back and we can both forget all about it. I'll make it worth your while, I promise.
If she was as bad as you say, maybe it was this thing.
I scratch your back, you scratch mine, eh? Fair enough. Here, you take this as a thank you, I suppose. I'm happy, you're happy. And the village doesn't have to worry about that quizzling Maisie anymore. And look, if you want to know more about her, you know, the purpose, well, there's someone I'd love you to meet.
I've
Mother
agreed to keep
Jago
quiet about
lives
that
out by the
most
old
witness
mine in
after being
Casterfell
responsible for the
Woods.
murder of Maisie.
I'll mark the spot for you. Reckon you'll find what she has to say very interesting indeed.
Hell yeah.
Welcome back.
Hell yeah. Alright. I don't know where this. I wish I could ask people where this is. Wyndham Head, right?
Citizens of Wyndham, remember that your
In the
village
Grindle's
is one of
Head.
the few remaining bastions of normality within the zone. Keep it that way.
See
Ah, right there.
big metal bugger? I could have it. I could.
Could you?
Steady on, George. It's got guns on it, you know.
Stamping it out like it owns the place.
Aye, but the robbers are proper frit of them robots. They won't try the luck here while we've got that.
You what? Roberts are fit of them Roberts. And unholy robbers. You're not making any sense there, Michael.
You've had enough. Don't know what Alf's putting in his beer these days, but it's got a proper kick. Anyway, you stay away from them machine men, all right? They won't bother you if you don't bother them.
I could take it, Mike. I could.
No, you couldn't, George. Stop being daft.
A new customer. How do? Not often we're seeing new faces here. My name's Alf Buckshaw. Welcome to what's likely the last pub in Cumberland, such as it is. Now, what can I do for you? Fountains of beer, dancing girls, and the finest cuisine in the land. Well, we've got some beer. And I found a pickled onion in a jar in the back of the cupboard. Seriously, mind, I can get me hands on things. Some pretty hard to find things at that. And feeling that, I can offer conversation. No gossip, mind you. Get locked up for gossip these days. Oh, aye. There was a lady scientist here not so long ago. Dr. Garrow. They say she used to work at the site over the mere. Top dog too, I was told. Managed to get out while the rest of them boffins were trapped in with us. Any road, she turns up here a few months back out of nowhere and starts throwing her weight around. She did something that got the soldiers' backs up, and they stuck her in their jail on Scathamore.
Okay.
Well, I heard, and I don't know how much credit to give it, that she whispered summit to one of them big gun turrets of theirs over at their camp, and the thing shut off, just like that. She waltzed right into the camp, and soldiers were all turned about looking for her. Captain didn't like being made a fool of like that. Of course, that's just hearsay and gossip. And I don't gossip, me. You let me know if there's out else I can help you with.
You don't gossip, eh?
I suppose I might be able to help a friendly traveller out. What sort of gear did you have in mind? Aye, that's the crux of it. Listen, there's plenty round here. We'll happily trade what you've got for what you need, me included.
Okay.
And feeling that, don't be afraid to get your hands dirty and do a bit of scavenging. Get the right bits and bobs together, along with a recipe script to show you the way, and you can make some gear yourself. It's all a bit like being in the Scouts and the Guides these days, except the motto is, don't get killed. Keep your bloody voice down. Nothing brings the soldiers down on you faster than talking about that.
Oh, I didn't know, didn't I? Unreal.
Rumours of it, but I can't see it out more than that. Are you completely crackers? Say that too loud, and you'll have us both locked up.
Well, then let's go somewhere so we can talk and not get
But
caught.
it's true.
Because I got some
Them
shit to ask
scientists
you,
in
man.
particular used to come to drink in here. Before it all went arse upwards, that is. He liked his eel, that fella, and eel made him chatty. He told me he worked in something called the Interchange. Never said quite where it were, but he used to stagger off towards the substation round the back of here. So that might be worth a deco. Well, he said he worked on some gadget with that Dr. Garrow, who were a big noise over at the site. He called it a signal redirector.
Yes, we need
Top
that.
secret. Only a few of them made at the doctor's request. I've no idea what they were for. You could do worse than talk to Nora. She were there at the time, and she has a good brain, has Nora. She hides out in her barn on Skethermore. I'll mark it for you.
Definitely.
Look, you didn't hear any of that from me, all right? Quite as the grave, mate.
All right.
Well, after it all went to cock and we got quarantined, London started sending in soldiers. To start with, folk were happy to see them. But after a while, it turned out there was bugger all they could do to help. When they found out they weren't being let back through the wall again, well, it got nasty. Plenty round here, I reckon. It's what it would have been like if the Nazis had invaded after all. Of course, you didn't hear that from me, all right? Who knows what them boffins were up to? But I don't think that atom plant going pop was part of the plan, do you? Well, at least they told us it were an atom plant. So where are all the atoms, eh? I've heard a thing or two about radioactiveness, and by all rights, none of us should be standing here. Anyhow, I shouldn't be gossiping about this stuff. Oh, I think we can manage that. Bet you weren't expecting to find a place like Wyndham still ticking over after all what's gone on here, were you now?
Honestly, I didn't know what to expect anymore. It's a bit of a shock. I'm surprised anyone's still alive. It's lucky the soldiers were here to protect you all. Sympathetic. I'm sorry.
Folk will get used to anything given time. Which isn't to say, it's not nice to see some new faces coming through here now and then. Reminds a fella just how strange this all really is. The captain likes strangers too. He treats them better than he does the rest of the village. Means you can do things us regular folk can't. You'd help out the village, would you? Let me ask you something. The soldiers, protocol as they go by. What do you make of them?
I don't trust them. They provide law and discipline, which is what's needed here. Honestly, they're nothing but tyrants. I haven't seen them do anything especially good or bad.
Blimey, you don't mince your words, do you?
Not really.
Well, you'll find many who disagree around here, though. Look, I'm willing to trust you've your heart in the right place, and I need help with something. Soldiers have got their eyes on me, but they'll give you the benefit of the doubt, for the moment at least. I need to collect a few messages. Not important, you understand, but I can't stick me nose out of the door without the soldiers taking an interest. You, they'll let walk out of the village, so I need you to go to Skethermore for us.
Okay. Why it's going to be dangerous? Why all the secrecy? What are these messages for?
Oh, don't worry yourself. The messages aren't incriminating her out, if that's what's worrying you.
Everything is.
You know, important to me.
Gotcha.
There's something in it for you and all. Not asking you to do out for note.
Gotcha.
I need a message collecting from Nora. Careful with her. She's not fond of strangers. But it'll be all right if you see I sent you.
Gotcha.
The other note is with a fella who skulks all over Skethermore. But we have a meeting place. I'll mark it on your map.
Okay.
Fair warning, though. Out in Skethermore, soldiers don't care who or what you are. They'll shoot before they ask.
Okay. I thought I was supposed to come and see you, and you would have some stuff for me to be able to... So what do you have that I can get then? I was supposed to come talk to you and get... Is that it? The special items? Wait, what? Why did it... Oh, I see why. Okay, I was reading the wrong thing. Where did they... There it is.
Very good.
Don't say it like that. Don't say it like that. You're getting greedy now. You're getting greedy. That's all I gotta say. You're getting greedy for what you want. Fine. I'll give you a freaking grenade. That's real greedy. Just for that book? That's... What? Oh, bogus. Whatever. You're lucky I need that book. Molotov, painkillers. Average damage. I'd be a fool to make that trade. You keep that, I'll be back
doing
for
business
it.
with you, my friend.
Appreciate
All
it.
sorts comes through here.
Yeah,
so don't be shy about coming back.
To add new unlockable
Might
skills
have something
to the
new for
skills
you.
menu, select learn from the... Okay. Hell yeah. Learn. What did I just learn also? Firearms ability. Hell yes. Give me all that goodness. Hell yeah. Give me that.
See you around.
See ya. Alright, now that we've got this stuff a little bit empty, I need to store this so I don't lose it or do anything stupid with it. I want to... Is it just upgrade it? It didn't really change the look of it, did it? Huh. Made it green now.
Do as you're told, right?
Nope.
The village should be allowed to govern itself.
Do 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 do. All right. I wish I could expand my inventory a little bit, but. Hey, buddy. No way, I just got a... What? I got a survivor's revolver? Hell yeah! Hell yeah! I can get rid of that rusty ass one that I got now. When the call sounded for the young men of the kingdom to go to its defense, the village of Wyndham and the surrounding area were not found lacking. An entire generation of the Wyndham Pals volunteered to fight. Few of them returned. Their sacrifices honored by the village Sintoff in 1947. The names of those local lads who fought and died in the Second World War were added. A penciled note below the text reads, "How about those who died at the hands of the protocol thugs who remembered them?" Who will remember them? So you got a valid point.
I just want to buy something for once.
I can buy you something. What's up? What you need? What you want? Fine.
One more civvy gives me cheek and I'll top the bastard. Orders be broad.
Dope. Restricted areas of the facility, so we can go back to that.
Citizens of Wyndham, remember that your village is one of the few remaining bastions of normality within the zone. Keep it that way. Be normal.
Alright, first before I do these, what I want. Little tea room. Little tea room. Little tea room. Alright, so now I got her keys. What did that key go to? Resolved. So then what was the key for?
State of this place. Leave tomorrow if we could.
We gotta go back and do Delta. Now that we have a thing. We said behind the shop.
Watch yourself, Civvy.
You watch yourself, Civvy. Why are you running? Hey, why are you running?
Citizens of Wyndham, the army is here to help and protect you.
You said behind here, right? That would head straight. And he thought there'd be an entrance.
Citizens of Wyndham, there has been an increase in outlaw activity on Slatton Dale.
Don't be
Avoid
causing trouble,
Slatton Dale
all right?
until the area is once again declared safe.
Skeptimore, okay, so we can go to Skeptimore this way.
Watch your step.
You watch your step. Okay, there's nothing there.
Citizens of Wyndham, acts of insubordination or disrespect against the soldiers protecting you here are in essence treasonous and will be treated as such. Please
Unless he means this right here. Hell yeah. James Clark. James, old friend, I need your help. I made a mistake. I found a way into the secret bunker hidden behind the substation, but there was something in there. It glows blue, but vivid, like no blue I've ever seen on God's earth. And it hurt me. Now I've been hearing voices and I don't know what to do. Meet me outside the bakery tomorrow night. I'll give Iris a slip. Or I'll give Iris a slip, and we can go back to the bunker together. Maybe we'll find a cure before this gets any worse, Philip. I don't know, Philip. Doesn't seem like you found your cure. Or maybe Philip did find the cure, or maybe he fooled him. This is the robotics lab area.
Access denied. Unauthorized. Access granted. The interchange.
They don't hear outside. They don't hear any of that going on, huh? I can say right now, I'd be like, "What the fuck is that noise?" We're gonna wait on that. Oh hell no! The fucking rats. I hate them. 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 Throw the fucking Molotov, for fuck's sakes. Fuckers. We want information. 12th November 1957, 23 days since the quarantine. Second air event is showing the growth now. Still unsure of its origin. There is a blue glow emanating from Store Alpha, but all doors remain sealed. 179 days maybe since the quarantine. Emergency supplies low, continuing to await rescue. Heard voices from the Store Alpha. Impossible. Growth present in many corners. Not pleasant, but palatable. I heard her. The voices chatter and murmur, but Helen but Helen's was amongst them. Isn't she dead? Isn't everyone dead? But her voice was still loud. It spoke of the spot where we used to swim, our moon of the escapes. She wants to be free of the voices too. So either they're not really dead, or whatever is doing this, doing the hive mentality and all that, is accessing old memories to trick you. Either way, it doesn't seem very enjoyable or fun. Power supply report, March 1953. The hydroelectric turbines at the dam are still providing suitable power levels across the wider research site, but it will soon prove impractical for the interchange to rely on the source of energy. Windscale and its fissile product generation is a self-contained system, so we must make upgrades to the interchange itself. Preliminary results from the atomic battery project are promising, and it is proposed that we support the interchange with such power sources going forward. The power output exceeds expectations in quantity and stability, and should alleviate the strains that the processor and its data stores are currently exerting on the facility. Dr. Garrow and her team have already complied a full proposal of upgrades to the data stores, and I would suggest she takes the reins going forward. It just keeps going and going. So there's one in the woods that we can open. Blue finger skills. Intriguing. Okay, so I can't go anywhere but there. 'Tis fine, 'tis fine, 'tis fine. Hope it's happening because my controller is pulsing. Why is it pulsating right here and nowhere else? Interesting. I'm sorry, what happened to infection and spores and all that? Okay, we can't get power to Alpha yet because of that blue stuff down there. So let's go do Delta, get that out the way, and we could possibly find the fucking key that this. There was a fucking. I had one where. No, there was one that I seen. Mm-hmm. Just remember, in robotics, there is a thing that I have to find in robotics. Guys.
you're doing a smashing job. I could see the board lighting up as the towers became operational.
Oh, I
Keep
did
going.
one.
This is going to work.
Is it? Is it, Joyce? Is it going to work? This doesn't go to robotics. Is there can I get a map? Another one? I feel like I know what I can do now. I'm gonna try something. It might not work, but we're gonna try it. That hurt. What you got for me? My thing is, I don't know.
Investigating potential threat. Intruder has evaded capture. Returning to patrol.
Just that simple, huh? Fuck you, turret. Fuck. Alright. I know how to kill.
Potential threat has disengaged. Returning to patrol.
I didn't do shit. Really?
Robotic personnel. Physical contact with
They are machines and have no understanding of the fragility of humans.
I'm not gonna waste all that ammo, because it's not. I don't want to. Alright, so I know how to take out the robots. The freaking... I thought I knew how to take out the, whatchamacallits, but... the turrets... It's a glass, but the bomb... that sticky bomb didn't even do shit to them.
Potential threat has disengaged. Returning to patrol.
See what I mean though? Like, it's not doing any...
Intruder has evaded capture. Returning to patrol. Intruder has evaded capture. Returning to patrol.
Robotics personnel. All dosimeter badges must be handed in promptly on the specified date.
Alright, I have an idea on how to take out this robot, but I don't want to be seen by... that. Yeah, I'm trying to attack its weak spots game, but I'm getting killed immediately as soon as they target lock. That's all it takes. Okay, so I can do that.
Safety is everyone's concern. Never assume it's somebody else's problem.
Nice.
It is always yours.
They're gonna kill me while I'm doing this.
Shut
What we got over here? Really? Alright, remember you're there. Don't forget that that's there. I died. We need that for sure. Especially with, especially if we're gonna have fucking these guys. At least I know that the bots aren't
personnel.
that
All
strong.
Dosimeter badges must be handed in promptly on the specified
They are, but they
dates.
aren't.
Radiation is no joke.
Slatdale. Alright. Nice! Very nice, that's what I like. Robotics. Time to go to robotics. Very nice. Ooh. Susan Wright. Temporary quarantine, my ass. 2 full days since the explosion and still no signs of an evacuation plan. We need a guarantee. We need that device Dr. G was developing. She called it a signal redirector and used it to remotely fiddle with our power cables. Frank Stevens helped make the device, and he might still be hiding out in the robotics head down there. Wait, you might be hiding out in robotics. Head down there and look for him, will you? I'm off to see why Emma's gone quiet on us, John. Got a 1911, huh? Isn't that what I had? The other one? How much SMG ammo am I able to carry? Because oh no, it's a high-powered 9mm, not even a 1911. Oh shit. How much can I store? Give me that 1911. I've always wanted a 1911 in real life too. I need to find one and take it. Not take it, but you know what I mean. I need to find one and get it. Oh, looks like I can vault over that. I don't. What happens if I pull the lever? That's it. Alright. Sometimes there's something we're gonna have to do with these levers. Fucking yellow? There's yellow shit now? Hammer, hammer, ha, 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 ha.
Robotics facility status report. Experimentation wing offline. Administration wing offline. Secure laboratory offline.
Hell yeah. I wish the X-ray crystallography examinations had borne fruit, but the scatter seems random, which is impossible. There are processes here that we do not currently understand yet. We do not currently understand yet. That doesn't, why is that not making sense to me? That we do not currently understand yet, if we are to have any hope in synthesizing orberite when the supply is expanded. Its physical properties are astonishing, miraculous, even neither the so-called atomic batteries or the manufactured brains would have been possible without the stuff. We cannot admit to the possibility that this is all we shall ever have. There must be a way. Ain't nothing up here? Here, there would be something up here, that's why I could climb up here. Wonder why there's no power. Am I getting in through this? Memo from Dr. Stevens. Frank, I received the prototype signal redirector. It's perfect. Exactly to my design. I've already tested it out and it works a charm on our power networks. I'll be keeping this one as my own. No need to tell anyone. They'll only make a fuss about routing power without the proper permissions. Diane Carroll Hart, head of robotics. Alright, well. So there is a power source in here. Okay. Oh shit, that took... I did so much damage to myself I didn't realize. Too far. Fucking hate the riots, man. They come so fast. Fuckers. Wait, what's down here? A dumb thing. Alright. Now, where was that room that I needed that control key for? Oh, I have 7 of them things? Hell yeah. Booyah! That's what I like. Alright. Is this all that was in here? Was just that? Oh, there.
This is Frank Stevens. The lower floor has been sealed and the lab powered down, as instructed. Only a signal redirector device can be used to regain access, and I'm taking that secret with me. The plans for the device, the prototypes, I'm gonna bury them. There's a manor house in Skedamore. The soldiers will have cleared it out by now, so it's as good a spot as any. If anyone finds this message...
Fucking Skedamore, man.
Back in here, not once the quarantine is fully enacted. And if by some miracle you are listening to this, well, I am so sorry. The automated security will be powering up right about now.
I found an old recording in the control room of the robotics. It was left by scientists who had sealed the rest of the lab when the quarantine was enacted. The recording said that the signal redirected device is needed to get access to the rest of robotics. Got it. It's unfortunate. Wrong side. I should have went to the other side. I figured since it said target locked, it's like, oh, it's expecting me to come out on the right side. I'll go to the left side, and they'd be like, oh, it threw off the target locking. Nope. Nope.
And if by some miracle you are listening to this, well, I am so sorry. The automated security will be powering up right about now.
Good thing this is bulletproof.
Disconnected.
Had to be done. to be done. I just want to look around here real quick before we end.
Reminder for robotics personnel. All fire drills are temporarily suspended while flamethrower tests are conducted. If you hear the alarm, act immediately.
Now we have 2 of these little power things ourselves. I just don't think there was a power thing over here. It was worth a try. It was worth a shot. I might try it again because nah. We're gonna take a break. We're gonna take a break here. I gotta get ready to go do a few things. So we're gonna take a break here. This is where we're gonna end it. We will continue this later on today, for sure, after I get things done and do a couple of stuff around. So, this has been more Atomfall, the early release, 3 days early. So, we'll continue later on. But until then, later on, have a good one.